Hello and welcome to this week's recap. My name is Stroke and with me is my good friend Sir Kodiak. How are you doing today, Sir Kodiak?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How was your week?
My week was good. I got another win, so I'm still holding number one spot in my div, though it was kind of a sketchy match. I left a very late hit on my ball. It was like an up dot. It was an uphill, but still, it allowed it to be like a possibility. And he got the ball down, and so I had to do kind of a hairy pass play on turn 16 with Nurgle, which is kind of exciting.
Yeah.
But it worked. It worked.
That's great. So at this point you're like the huge favorite of your division, right?
Huge favorites, maybe a bit much. I do have a bye week coming up, and so that's an auto win. So only got one match left. I think I got a really good shot at going to the main playoffs, but there's a couple teams which are being competitive.
You looking forward for playoffs? I think you have a team to compete them.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to win them or anything. That seems a bit much. I just don't have the experience to do it. But I'm looking. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun to try. Like if I can get there, I think it'll be really cool to like have like a cast of the game and like be part of all that.
Yeah. That nice red name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome if you make it. I hope it didn't jinx you.
Yeah.
Well,
how was your week?
My week was fine. I played against some Wood Elves. I destroyed that poor team because my team is so cheap right now that I was even able to get inducements. And turns out,
Nice.
30 players and bribes go very very well together.
Mm-hmm.
I did tie because I had to score on turn 16 and it was tripwire, reroll, tripwire. So it was kind of sad. But it honestly, I mean, if it was like the first or the second game of the season, I'd be fuming right now. But now that I know I'm rerolling, it was just like an anecdote. I'd like to think like the boys are angry because I'm leaving them, so they're just dumping the match at the end of turn 16. but anyway, it was fun. And okay, so let's get going. Division 4B, again, a week full of surprises.
Yeah.
Game 1, well, here's our first surprise. Squid 5 and Motley tied. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, I was surprised by this. This seemed like a match that Motley would be able to win. I think that the what this ended up turning on is just that, Orcs, particularly with a few missing pieces, very efficient team.
Yes.
Wasn't giving up a lot of inducements, and it meant Motley didn't have a wizard, which meant that his attempts to turn over Squid were frustrated.
Right. Taking the wizard away from elves is really huge. And orcs have that ability because of their tip nature. So, but in any case, very nice win by Squid 5. I think this puts Motley in a very very bad spot for playoffs. He really needed this win. I'm not sure if he can still make it. I will have to look at it later.
Yeah.
Then we got. This was another surprise. Careless Coders versus Crit Lords. Although we did say it last week because we both bet against Redbeard, he wasn't going to lose. That's what he does. It's like his thing, What do you think about this one?
So I didn't get to catch this one. All I know is that I was wrong. Did you see this?
I saw it, but I don't remember it because I remember we started watching it and we even told Chaos Bully we were rooting for her, but other than that, I don't remember this match. I think it was quite kind of early, or am I thinking about another match?
Yeah, it was. I was playing a match in another league at the same time, and that's why I was like only half listening to what was going on.
Oh, right. Yeah, but this one was like last week. I don't remember.
Yeah.
So sorry, guys. This time you were too responsible for us at this point.
Congrats to the win to Redbeard. That's great.
Yeah. And his team is coming along. So I'd love to know what he plans to do with next season with them. Then we got. Butcher's Block versus Wrath of Nuffle. This time we got it right. We've been saying this before. Rough Knuckle is a very, very solid Chaos team. And so yeah. Other than that, just an irrelevant death. Not much happening beside the score itself. And also, neither of these teams are really fighting to get out of a terrible spot. So, neither are fighting to get into playoffs either. So, it's this weird moment in the season where some teams are not really playing for anything except maybe spoil to other teams. I don't know. Maybe I'm rambling, but I think you know what I mean.
Just spoil to develop, but
this time it wasn't even a spoiler. Cullen is playing well, but he's not really a candidate at this point. Division 4 is kind of brutal in that sense. Like if you're not really fighting in the very, very, very top, you're kind of out of it.
Yeah.
But good win by Cullen anyway.
And we can see for Chaos Time that he basically took like a lot of inducements and just put it all into keeping his team alive, right?
Yeah.
Like 2 Apothecaries, 2 Bloodwise, or Babe. It's just like, I'm just going to keep pieces in this game.
Yeah, which tells the story about what I'm talking about. At this point, these teams are not, maybe they're not really concerned about winning, are more concerned about development. They like their teams, their teams are looking fine. So they want to have a team for next season. Then Hellas Kitchen versus My Dixie Wrecked. I missed this one, even though I got it right. Tell me, did Jerry Rice do anything?
I'm trying to remember. I don't think he did one turn, but I think he was very useful in the way he normally is useful.
Yeah.
That he was just like super fast and kept the ball away from space line.
He's so close to level up. I want to see his legend. Like a Division 4 legend is so cool. How close is he? Let's have a look.
He was 4, I think, going into this match. I don't know if he got anything.
Let's have a look.
He might just be 1 away. Actually, I think he's just 1 away. We should check.
Okay. Team roster. 1 away. Just a vanity pass, and we got a legend, boys. Oh, yeah. That's
it's gotta be next match.
Yeah, it's gotta be next match.
Wait to watch.
That's so exciting. So anyway, go back to the match. Yeah, so 2-1 for the humans. I'm not very surprised. I mean, the humans have enough mighty blow to make the North suffer. They had that ridiculous catcher. They had all the tools really to make it happen, and they also were able to afford a wizard, which is always extremely useful. So yeah.
Precisely the right amount of inducements. Precisely the right amount of inducements.
Yeah. And then we got Sun Eaters versus Leaping Lizards. 1-1 tie. You got this one right. I was actually looking forward to the rats getting some bullshit in, but then again, maybe it wasn't a great idea. After all, there wasn't that many rats left. How much inducements did he get? 400.
Yeah, 410. Yeah,
so he got a Lard, a Wizard, and a Babe. That's actually good inducements for the match. Yeah, I agree with them. But it looked like it didn't work out.
It was so what happened was they scored on each other's drive.
Really?
Gazgul used the Wizard to take the ball off of Solar and scored then. And then when the Leaping Lizards were on offense, Solar just put pressure on him turn after turn after turn and kept forcing him to throw dice to try to get cleared. It went bad one turn, ball hit the ground. Solar takes over the game, manages to get to his point. So that's where the tie came from, was they turned each other over. It's sort of the ways they would, right? Escaping with their Wizard, the Undead, by just basing everything.
Basing everything, right. Yeah, that's what Undead has to do. Force the mistake from the refs. Then we got Legendary Wordsmith versus Squirgle. This is another one that was a surprise, big surprise.
Yeah.
Big congratulations to Stacy.
Very nice win.
Commanding
win too, 2-0.
Yeah, yeah. Although I think Stacy's team is at this point is coming along, like getting that the maturity that Nurgle teams need to be able to win games. On the other hand, Sean Fury is starting to get the injuries that you expect from an elf team. He was basically immortal for the first few matches, so
Yeah.
so yeah, it's not like if you look at the teams without context, it really isn't that surprising. But with how we both knew Legendary Wordsmith was playing and how Skruggle started the season, you would have guessed different. But the Nurgle team is on an ascending ladder thing, so they're doing great. So good for you, Stacy. Congratulations, great win. And great spoiler too, because Sean Fury needed this one.
Yeah, this was a big one.
And then Donkeys and Elephants versus Arequipa, and this is also a big tie, because this was the chance for Luis Jano to just run away, but Shadora came out and said, "No, sir, not today." and I was able to watch this match. I watched the replay actually, and it was an interesting match because Chaos actually had very shitty removals for quite the beginning of the game. The claw didn't really do anything, so it was kind of an elfy Chaos, if you can say that.
Interesting.
Which is awful because Chaos is not a fast team, and you're playing against Disturbing Presence. And they had to, at some point they had to do a 4+ catch, and they were able to do it, and that determined the score. But still, it was a very beautiful exercise of proper positioning and taking advantage of what few things you could against a Nurgle team that refused to get cast. So a very fun and interesting match. And a good surprise, because we didn't expect Shadora to pull this one off, especially without injuries.
Yeah.
Do you have any comments on this one?
No, I didn't get to catch this one. This was played, I think, last night, and I just hadn't gotten to it. But it was interesting to hear you describe it, because I was curious how this went down.
Yeah. I mean, if I told you Shadora tied Luis Jano, the first thing one thinks is, Drum made a killing today, but it wasn't the case. It was really elfy Chaos. And okay, so let's have a look at our predictions. Okay, we even sucked worst. I think this is our worst week of ever.
Yep. Yeah, so we are not learning with experience.
No.
Falling apart.
So, but yeah, it was a tie this week, which keeps my +1. Oh, prepare yourself for my name brother. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, it's good in a sense, because I'll let you have Rodders around to name.
Good. Fair enough. Oh, and also, guys, we have a very nice surprise for you. Sir Kodiak made a very beautiful chart, so let's have a look. There, thing is gorgeous. So,
Thank you.
So this shows the ascent, how many points they got each week, and puts in a graph, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And when there's a row with two teams on it, the one on the left is the one that has the better touchdown percentage. So Murdery Space Elf Troop is second place.
Okay, good.
But obviously it's very close.
Okay, so Arequipa Nurglers could have a red name today. All they had to do is beat Chadora, but he didn't. But still, if he so much as the only way he doesn't make it to playoffs is if he loses both matches, and either Murdery Space Elf Troop or Legendary Wordsmith win both their matches. So yeah, it's not it's not a good chance for the elves, but it's still there. Luis Jano doesn't have a red name just yet, but I think the smart money is on him. What do you think?
I would agree. That win would have solidified it, but he's still in a commanding position. 5 points ahead is a lot. He he just needs one more win out of the two, right? And then he knows he's got it. Two ties does it.
Yeah.
He's probably got it.
Or a tie and some decent touchdown differential. It's just too good, you know. He has to really, really, really hit on these last two matches to even give the Elves a chance to beat him. So yeah. But in any case, good for you, Shadora. You spoiled the playoff run at least for 1 week. And let's look down. Well, the CP Cup competition is smoking hot. I kind of like it. Yeah, because we got Wrath of Nuffle, Donkeys and Elephants, Skruggle, Murderous Space Elf Troop, and Legendary Wordsmith. All 5 of them have real chances to make it.
Yeah.
Like very, very real. Because 3 points of difference is only 1 win. So it's really, really doable. Obviously the Elves are in a better spot, but any one of those 5 can really make it with an off chance from my Dixie Wreck, but I don't think it's really... when you're 6 points... when you're 4 points away, you need more than 1 loss, so it gets really harder. And that's the rest where they don't have mathematical chances at all, so they're done for the season, at least when it comes to playoffs. Very interesting chart, nicely done, Kodiak.
Thanks.
So let's go for the previews.
Mm-hmm. Can we pause for 1 second so I can check something? I'll be back in just a sec.
Sure.
And I'm back.
Nice. Let's go.
I have hand pies in the oven and I don't want them to burn.
Fair enough. I always burn stuff in the oven. And then we got... first match. Murderous Space Elf Troop versus Redbeard. So I guess this is going to be like a classic, but I will say it again. I think the Elf will win. I think you will say the Elf will win. And that means Redbeard will not lose.
Yeah, but that's the problem, right? It's like we can see that coming, but if I were to take that into account and pick the Crypt Lords, then they would lose.
Exactly. We can't win this one. I'll still vote for the Elves, but this is funny at this point. They even get 100 inducements, and they get 80 cash, so I would scam the Wizard just to make sure you get it.
There'd be some temptation as them to be like, oh, should I be saving to buy more pieces? But man, you're really pushing to try to like get to, I would assume, to the Challenger Cup.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure you win these last couple games.
Yeah, this is how I would see it, because the Open Invitational is no longer a thing. So if you want to keep developing during the off season, you have to make it to some form of playoffs. So this is the math I would do if I was Motley. I don't buy any more players because I'm an Elf team. It's okay if I have 3 rookies, loners, to sacrifice on the LOS. And I make sure to make it to the CP Cup. Because if I make it to the CP Cup, I get more games to develop my important pieces. That's how I would see it. It's also more fun if you make it to playoffs, even if they're only the CP Cup. So yeah, I would scam the Wizard. It's only 50k. And you got a nice advantage for the match. On the other hand, if I'm Redbeard and I watch this, I say maybe I fire a zombie or 2, because I don't need rookie zombies and I would like not to play against a Wizard. So there's an interesting inducement match that can be played between them. So yeah, we both agree Mudley will win, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that means he will not. Then, game 2, Wrath of Nuffle versus Greenskin Gutsplitters. This is a very, very bad match for the Orcs, I think. They don't get enough inducements to do anything, and on the other hand, they're facing Claw. So I don't like this match for the Greenskins at all. What do you think?
No, I agree. This is I like Chaos even more against Orc than Nurgle, right? Because the piece does less in that matchup.
Yeah,
they're just going to claw. They're very similar teams, but Chaos has claw access.
Right.
I think they're just going to beat the bottom.
Yeah. I agree. It's going to be a very, very tough one for the Greenskins. I'm going with Cullen this time. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. Then we got My Dixie Wrecked. Oh, wait. This one was played last week. Did I make a mistake? Oh, no. This wasn't played last week. I'm sorry. I'm confused. This is fine. My Dixie Wrecked. Yeah, My Dixie Wrecked versus Careless Coders. What do you see for this one?
This is a tough one for me. I am choosing to. I'm going to go with KSU Blue for this. I think 100 is a nice amount of inducements for her. I think this is a team that she can figure out how to play against. Can run some shenanigans on. I think you might disagree though.
Yeah, I disagree. I think Humans is exactly the kind of team that can do stuff against Underworld, because Underworld is very strong against high armor, but Humans are only 88, so they don't waste that much team value in their armor. They have a lot of guard that will make it very hard for the Underworld. They have a lot of Mighty Blow, even a Mighty Blow piling on piece. They have a very, very fast guy that makes it hard for the Underworld to play that distance game that they can play against other teams. I don't like this match against Underworld at all. The only thing I like about this match for Underworld is the coach herself. I really admire Keo Subaru. I think she has a very lucid eye on the pitch. I think I was always a very big fan of her dwarf team last season, the season before last. So yeah, maybe, but the human team is so strong against Underworld. I'm still leaning toward humans.
Yeah, I guess the main thing I look at on My Dixie Wrecked is just how little tackle there is, right? There's like one piece with that. I just think the Goblins are going to be able to get a lot done. That said, you make a lot of really good points, so you're probably right. But I will stick with KSU. Yeah. Also, I like having some of our picks be different.
Yeah, you just want your chance not to lose at the end of the season.
Exactly. I gotta take risks here, right? Because I'm behind.
Fair enough. And then we got Sun Eaters versus Butcher's Block. This is a hard one. This is a battle for the bottom. And I think I like the Butcher's Block better. But this one can go either way. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm torn between Butcher's Block and it being a tie. I'm gonna go with tie. I'm gonna say this is a tie.
Okay, good. I'll go with the Butcher's Block. Yeah, Claw can really do things. I expect them to do something. That said, the tie doesn't surprise me at all if it happens. Also, the Sun Eaters will get 150. What would you do with that?
That's tough because I don't think a wizard is what you want here.
No.
Maybe a bribe and a babe.
Yeah, I like the bribe.
And 50 for a babe.
Yeah. Did you see that Solari finally got a dirty player zombie?
Yes, I'm looking at that. That's why I think the bribe is so nice, is that we finally have dirty player on this team.
Yeah.
And can maybe do damage to one of these awful claw pieces.
Right. A bribe and a babe would be great. He has the bench, but you want to use the bribe to save your dirty player because you will need the bench against this claw. And yeah, finally you got this dirty player zombie. You won't regret it if you chose to take it because we encouraged you to. Yeah. We've been a little bit annoying about it, but I'm glad to finally see it. And yeah, I think it's a great tool at your disposal. And okay, so game 5, Skurgle versus Hellas Kitchen. This is a terrible match for Norse, just terrible. Especially because Torizo is out. It's like he's the one tool you want against Nurgle. That claw, mighty blow, jetty, and he's out.
Just send him flying at a Nurgle warrior and hope. Right?
Yeah, because that can really save your match. You know, I was in my match this season against Iron Master, who is admittedly one of the best Norse coaches in the league, but still, it wasn't a bad match for me. I even was able to afford the bribe, and I had all my armor, so I could have done a good match, but his Yeti just destroyed my armor, and well, Space Lion won't have that tool, so it's looking rough. Actually, he could have it because he has 390 inducements, so he could just get one. No, not buy one because Thoriso is great. It's only MNG, but in a Merc one.
Well, it's not an MNG. He took an armor bust, but
it's an armor bust.
But still, you live with it. And against this team, it wouldn't even matter. There's so much claw. Armor's a rope.
Right. No. Also, that Yeti just wanted to be one of the boys. You know, everyone is armor 7.
yeah. It's like I'm one of you. Don't fire me.
So yeah, I don't hate the idea of a Merc Wolf. Claw Mighty Blow. I don't hate it. How expensive would it be? The Wolf is 140, right?
Yeah, it'd be 140.
Plus 30, 170,
plus 50 for the skill.
Yeah, 220.
So 220, yeah.
And
so
you
that would leave 170 for like a wizard.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, that's not great. And it means that you don't have to care about him, right?
Right. Like, yeah. You can just throw him in, and if he dies, he dies. Who cares? Yeah.
And that Yeti was incredible. Like in an earlier match this season that Spaceline played against the Chaos team, he just wrecked Chaos Warriors.
Yeah. That's really.
I'd be happy to see that happen again.
Yeah, that's really the tool you want. That's the only reason Idolmaster was even able to fight me. His berserkers are very easy to stop because you just put guard behind your pieces that are in the front. And that way, it's a frenzy trap, so it's very easy. But it's not so easy to frenzy trap a strength 5 piece. So yeah, you really want your Yeti on this match, and I wouldn't hate a Merc one.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so match 6.
But nevertheless, you're calling that for Skirgle, right?
Yeah. It's just good advice because I like rooting for the underdog. I want North to win. Also, I'm kind of a North coach now. But that said, I think Nurgle are still taking it home. What about you?
Oh, I agree. Skirgle's going to. Spaceline's great. I think Skirgle has such a dominating advantage here. It's going to be really hard for Spaceline to get this.
So, prove us wrong, Space Lion. Then we got Arequipa Nurglers versus Sleeping Lizards at the most uneven match of the season, maybe.
Might be this might be the most inducements we've seen.
Yeah,
120 is a lot.
Yeah, that's the kind of inducements you give to halflings. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, you like deep root to roll up.
Yeah. I don't think there is a world where even Gaskell is a good coach, but you could give this team to like Lumi or I don't know Ornan, and I think they would lose too. I just don't see how these rats can fight against this Nurgle. I don't. Maybe you think something different. I just don't see it.
Lucian would have to like screw up so monumentally.
Yeah.
To like leave an opportunity that he if there's the dice would have to be incredible.
Yeah.
Right. It's just too much. 520 is too much. Nurgle is good. I think Nurgle can and he's just going to claw through that, and then he's going to expose the gutter runners. The beast is going to go stand on them, and he's just going to shut them down. And I hope that Gaskell comes out with the team in good shape. Spend money. You're going to buy Glart to try to protect yourself. You're going to buy an extra apothecary. It's probably going to buy a wizard to try to win the game and give Lucas Channel something to think about. But still, rough match.
Yeah, it's a good Nurgle team with a deep bench, so you can't even abuse the rotors to maybe get an advantage there. No, not really. I'm going to give it to Luis as well. It's just so uneven. I don't think it will come down to coach talent. It will come down to either the logic happening or some sick dice.
Yeah.
And then game 7, Donkeys and Elephants versus Legendary Wordsmith, which is I think the most fun match for the week. Legendary Wordsmiths are kind of in a little slump, and on the other hand, Donkeys and Elephants are on the rise. Also, Donkeys and Elephants and Legendary Wordsmith are both on the hunt for the Challenger Cup. So yeah, anything can happen. I really, really like this match. And oh my god, I think I'm going to shit on Shadora and give him the win. So sorry, Shadora, I'm giving you the win. What do you think?
I was going to, but I really feel this could go either way. So I'm just going to keep this interesting and go with Legendary Wordsmith. I'm really excited to see this one because I really think that I can totally imagine this going either way.
Yeah. If last match was the most uneven match in the season, this has to be one of the most even ones, right?
Yeah, for like a non-mirror match, right? Like it's like two teams that I think each do well against each other. Good coaches, both been playing well. Good teams. Should be really exciting.
Yeah. Very, very nice. So yeah, very interesting. Looking forward to it. Any final remarks, Sir Godek?
No. We commented how bad we were at predictions, but it means that there's a lot of games we see where it's like, oh, how'd that happen? And it's exciting to watch them, and it's been really fun. And good luck to everyone as the season closes out. Yeah,
I agree. I've had so much fun watching this division. Probably more fun than following my own division. The results have been unpredictable. The fight for the top is hot. The fight for the challenger, well, not so hot now, but up until last week it was very hot. The fight for the challenger cup is smoking hot. So very, very fun division to see, and looking forward for the final phase. So thanks for coming along, man, and see you next week.